How you getting, Onyx? Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club, because this man needs chases. I know let's come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks. I don't like where this is going. Thanks for giving you a promise, Onyx. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making a dive head first into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, come on. Like, it deserves any slack. This is some weird shit going on in this game. Oh, yeah. To be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if we plan to just come and hang out or what. If we don't take it seriously, then what's the end of it? Okay. It's something have a big mouth for someone who keeps their manga collection in the club room. But Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Who was defeated, Natsuki popped back into her seat. I'm sorry, Monix. We'll make sure you put comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Oh, so there's something wrong with the music too. Anyway, I let you in the club and all. Perhaps you have interest in picking up a book to read? Well, can't say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Oh, wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I just want to try to be a part of this club. 'Cause you're a bit. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it might keep your attention even if you don't usually read. As we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Yep, there's nothing wrong with the music. She even picked out books she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book, and I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. Ooh, around, same thing. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I got a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Oh, son of a bitch. Crap. I think she knows me. Look at her. She thinks another glance at me and her eyes meet for a split second. Son of a bitch. It only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I'm rather sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Oh, something's wrong with her eye. Okay. I want to reread some of it. Oh, her eye's back. Okay. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. Something fairly obvious here that your reason tell me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this little religious camp that turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped here, they're just straight that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets worse when they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to. Oh, that would be a little bit of a spoiler. Oh, really good dating topic. Really good dating topic. Talk about a book that involves people removing limbs and reattaching it. That's very good thing to talk about on a date. No, it's not. It's really creepy. Anyways, I'm really into it. The book. I mean, that's the thing about the limbs. It's kind of dark, isn't it? It made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Well, obviously, it's about limbs and shit. What the fuck? Are you another fan of that sort of thing, Monix? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy this kind of stories, you know. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. Like Markiplier says, you have purple hair. You're probably evil. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind of challenges you... It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Okay. And suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. And I like let things like books and writing from my thoughts. My whole body gets incredibly... Okay. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. So please stop if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Here's your rival thought. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading right. Yeah, oh, nope. I'm heading out. I need some holy water, some a cross, an exorcist, and maybe the Bible too. I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that had put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to you, son of a bitch. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. There's something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I opened the book and started the prologue. I still understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I could feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Sorry, I'm stuttering. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was reading the feeling of your... I'm backing up. I'm looking up from the manga. Nope. I'm backing up from the manga. Nope. I'm backing up from the square. This is cussed. Who's there with this? You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against you, son of a bitch. Then I hold my book over between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching, son of a bitch. It almost feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes sense. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after I flip it to her side. But holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. She can distract me. I don't want much to know some bitch. As if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? Turn the page. Sorry. I think I was a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her, but... that's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page for me, so I turn it by my own volition. So you don't even actually read the whole entire thing? Son of a bitch. We continue first chapter in silence. Even so, returning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her one thumb. Hey Yuri? It's maybe a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I can't relate to the character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was thinking the way she second guesses things and she says and all that. That's what you're talking about. Sorry, I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So, I don't know why that came into my head. Okay, yep, she's crazy. Are you feeling the way? You've been a little bit fidgety since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... Am I breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. I sound like Akaza of it. I don't know why I just did. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. Gas. I'm gonna copyright him after this. What on earth was that about? Monix, did something just happen now? Huh? I have no idea. Yuri was just acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, not really. I'm sorry, what? I was making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry. I believe you, silly. You just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Sometimes, Doesn't seem like the same thing she did before, so you're already off herself. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start sharing our poems with her? Wait, without Yuri? Huh? Swimming for Yuri? Exactly. Well, it might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Why would it take her so long just to get some water? Isn't there like a water fountain like in the end of the hall or some junk? Okay. Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Son of a bitch. Sorry, Natsuki. Telling Natsuki I was interested in her poem yesterday. It's probably only fair if I share mine with her first. Australian accent. Well, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What do you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. It's not very good, but yeah, I put in the effort. But you all saw it somewhere, right? Still proud of the first one we ever wrote, and I'd like to read it. Hey, what do you think about it? Fine. Well, sorry. You get better anyway. I'll tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each your own, I guess. Anyway, I get to go share mine now. Knowing you probably think it's stupid. Oh wait, this is the same as last time. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, seals can run, eagles can fly, people can fry. People can try, not fry. Try. That's about it. This is the same one as in the one before Siri off herself. Was it like an axe? I was calling it Act 1 then. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? So to be honest, I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing is so all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like when it's easy to read but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things to me really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. I don't think he does. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. How's my like the feeling of the last line? So you did. I guess we'll into it than it is. That's what needs to be prose. Let's see, ninth grader, jeez. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is. If Natsuki is really proud, then I won't take that away from her. Monica. Hi, Monix. Having a good time so far? That's Natsuki. Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. Either way, since you're new and everything... Okay, that's not a good one. I'm not doing all him. If you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, don't be afraid to bring things up. I'm just better off just going with the flow until I get more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Monix. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. I don't trust you. Something's with you. The other two seem a bit off, but you are perfectly fine, so you're the mastermind behind all this, aren't you? That's true. I'm looking at my phone. Great job, Monix. I was going, ooh, in my head, but really it's stupid. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't really go something so deep. I guess understand you. It's easier for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, I guess it always counts when they put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes you're totally detached from reality. I don't mean like it's a bad thing though. But sometimes I get the expression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for a long time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time. So I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. That's because I have to sound confident. That just means I always feel that way, you know? I see. Let's read them. Hole in the wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gone pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting an emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can really be powerful. Was that the inspiration behind this one? Don't tell? Okay. Well, I'm not sure if I can let it put it. I guess you could say that I had some experience at Epiphany recently. It's an influence between my poems. Epiphany. Me? You witch? I would stop. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about these stuff like that. Sorry, strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's a long surprise tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you write so hard to make it perfect, then you'll find that you never make progress. Just force yourself to get something down from the paper and tidy up later. Don't worry, friend. You'll get this finished in no time. Okay, I'm doing Pathfinder. Another way to think about it is this: if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Yuri. As Yuri's poem enters the right line. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth and then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Huh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Do you use imaging metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry for it? Really? That actually comes from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri says I read blankly. Then looks at my phone again. Well, I know that. I spent, just up and then finding an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, I thought I saw my cat. It's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, and even some poems. Okay, these are just the lines from Act 1, as I'm gonna call it now, before we see your author self. And now, it's just, but this is like some creepy stuff happening inside lines, I guess. Not just finding them and doing them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes to practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. I think you'd be a little biased though. Biased? How? Oh, I actually guess that one. Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri simply smiles dreamily. Sorry, I had to do that. As if it's a rare opportunity for her. I had to. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghosts under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing, it must be this one. The last remaining streetlights to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm breathing air. I bathe the calm breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry if I have such terrible handwriting. What? I always think that at all, but it took you a long time to read. It's 'cause it's cursive, girl. Your writing's beautiful. Dang. Well, I just don't read script very often. I think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was very descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Sorry, I have the sniffles. No. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Actually, it's not. It isn't about ghosts at all, Onyx. Really? I was just totally missed the point. Well, I suppose it did only glance over it after all. I stuttered too much. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In that case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place in comfort, letting go of the past, unable to let go of the past, and soon be left with nothing. That's a lot more sound putting it that way. I didn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Yours is impressive too, so... Nah, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. She's so adorable. I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Onyx. For me? Me too. That was a fake one. Phew, I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika's writing something in her notebook. Go to church. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Shh, okay? Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, no, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem and this one. Go to church. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Stop it. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss a symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Sorry, Melissa says she's watching. You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would ask someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, so bitch, and Monix did too. So based on that, I'd like to give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. Shh! I don't expect to change. I actually made a one! Which I haven't yet. And Monix liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. A 6 step. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress a new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... You stands up as well. Cheat! I mean, you just jazz that Monk appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that for yourself? No. If I was for myself, I would literally go on my way to make everything overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I was going to just magically go bigger as this Monk started showing up. Natsuki, that's a little bit. This doesn't involve you! Taking out your own insecurities on others like that? You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Uh-oh. This isn't normal. Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy, bitch? Oh god, edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of a mental age to comprehend. See? This thing that proves my point. You also will learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can convince your toxic personality by just dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful or you might cut yourself on the edge, Yuri. Oh my bad, you already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on, let Monk say everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly you return toward me. Shh. Did you need to keep your own? Go back. I have an audience, I'm sorry. And she just looked all stunned there. Max, you just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. How do I get back to the skip? Okay. Yuri. Yuri. Shh. Yuri. Just give me money. Baby. Give me. Judge. You need Jesus. Honey, give me the holy water. Hey, Monix, why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay. I have to cut out so many parts of this because of the disturbances I'm having right now. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. And yelling. Some president I am, right? Yeah, you're a terrible president. You were a bitch. I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more serious sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with others, then that's fine. I have you spend time with you instead. You were doing this on purpose, you son of a bitch. So she runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri's walking back and forth in her desk and with her palms on her forehead. Yuri, I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or did. Alex, please don't hate me. Please, I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We really didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it tomorrow. Completely. She's gonna infiltrate her mind and erase that memory from her, isn't she? Son of a bitch. Anyway, the meeting's over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me if she wants to say something. But she keeps going to say, Monica, you can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility. It kind of sounds like you don't want me being around, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I just didn't get much a chance to discuss my book of Monics. It would just be embarrassing if you're listening. I guess I really have no choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really appreciate you. We're just married. No, we're just married. I don't want to marry you.